Now in this next one, what would you do? How would you solve this one? There's lots of different ways that we could solve it. But it all really matters on how you want to solve it. What are you thinking about right now? We've talked about substitution, we've talked about graphing, we've talked about elimination. This one might not be a bad one for elimination. Might not be bad for elimination. You could do elimination, you could do substitution. Why don't you go ahead and give it a try and then come back and I'm going to show you how I would do it. Okay, if you're back with me now, you've hopefully given it a shot. I'm going to see what I can do here. I've got x squared minus y squared equals 4. And then I've got x squared equals y. I'm going to multiply this second equation by a negative, and then I'm going to add down. So I'll have negative y squared equals 4 minus y. We'll set this equal to 0 by adding y squared to the right side. So I have y squared minus y plus 4. Sadly, this does not factor. This does not factor. So we're going to have to use the quadratic formula. Y is equal to the opposite of b plus or minus the square root of negative 1 squared minus 4ac all over 2a. A is 1, b is negative 1, c is 4. Y is equal to 1 plus or minus the square root of 1 minus 16, which is a negative number. We cannot take the square root of negative 15. It's imaginary, which has no place on the xy plane. Therefore, there's no y, no solution. But I would have solved it like this. This would have been a good way to solve just by using elimination. Get those x squareds out of there, and then you have an equation completely full of y's. But no solution. Now in this case, this is what you've got. That's your graph of your first equation, and the graph of your second equation is a parabola. And the parabola is sitting right in between what this is called. This is called a hyperbola. Hyperbola. We're going to graph those for sure. The hyperbola and the parabola are never going to intersect. So that's why we get our answer of no solution.